Load, please load, little one. We need you to load. Because technically speaking, I'm already a lot lighter than I'm supposed to be, but what can you do? The answer, as is so often in time, not much. Now that you go away, you start loading, hopefully successfully in a while. Then yes, there you are. Oh, very nice, and everything looks like it is. As it should be. Now then, get out of the way. Let's actually we'll switch things over and go like, hello. Well, now here we are again. I kind of promised I would do it, and well, it took a bit longer than I had anticipated, to put it mildly. But here we are again, playing. Now, as you can see, I have had this opened already, looking for things, and let me give you the planning. Well, no, as you can see, we only have the two Gonzalo stars and the Code of the Penitence main quest. Which means, since that requires us to jump into a hole, which we did last time, and we died, horrible, it was fun, we kinda have the Council of the Stars left, which means meeting the gods. So I kinda wanna do this later, and so I decided, you know, time to do some side questing. Means first and foremost, we shall go underground again. I haven't really done that in a while, so guess that's a good any time, isn't it? To go on a bit of an adventure in the underground. Then we're probably going to go on an adventure in the north. Sadly, that too is something we kinda have to do. Level 8. Well, I really down to level 8. I have apparently traveled quite a bit. Jesus Christ. That's some stench. I have gone through for... Actually, I think that was that one with the vampire. Oh. An annoying creature, those ones. Ah. Yep, this is most definitively the one. That's because I can already see the big hand. And that is where that vampire majesty was. Who was very pleased with us murdering all of the other ones. Wasn't so pleased when we started like, well, you're next, bitch. For some very mystical reason, he did not like our apparent lack of respect for his immortality and all of this nonsense, going like, yeah, I'm immortal, what are you going to do about it? Well, nice of you to ask. As you shall learn now, I will do a great many horrible things about that. Most of those involving you getting murdered. I also kind of remember being warned about a box. Adra box, to be very precise. That is going to be interesting. So I'm assuming. Now then, let's see then. What do we have here? The Adra has turned a dull shade of crimson. An entire section of it have crumbled away from the walls and ceiling. And I'm sitting like, aha. Jumping turns the Adra into something else. That is not good. I mean, we personally do not have much of a binding to the Adra. Sounds horrible. Well then, somebody's getting raped. It's not me for the moment. Does the game think me an idiot? That looks like a fucking trap room. If I send him in there, this is going to hurt him, isn't it? I mean, using the one who is most armored for this is probably a good idea. Danuliar, a unique spear. Ooh, spear. And a unique one at that. The dad's like, well, my feet hurt like shit, but I guess I'm the right person for the job. Just going off my HP pool. Now then, spear. Are you using a spear? Yeah. Not using a spear anymore, sadly enough. Because I remember that I, at one point, had her use a spear. Now then, since we have now managed to destroy his poor little feet, actually, he shouldn't they be armored? Yes, they are. As considering those are just specks on the ground, shouldn't he be able to, you know, step through them, you know, like these small little differences? No. Let's see how tough the slime is. Oh god, this is going to be an annoying fight. I can't tell as much already. Weapon ineffective, weapon ineffective. Just know that, please. What the fuck, game? Seems like, just make him big. That was looking somewhat horrible.
If you say so. If you say so.
Yes, once again, the game proves to be most fun. Okay, so I have quite literally no choice here, eh? Is what you're telling me, game. You're telling me that I can't enter that. There's no other way here. I quite literally have to go through the thorn. Yeah, let's say it's thorn room. Let's call it the thorn room. Seems mightily fitting. So apparently I actually have to go through there, but if I have to go through there with my whole team, that means everybody's going to get an equal amount of hurt out of that, for no good reason even. I really don't like this. Just as I was about to say, no reason to overdo it. Please. There's a combat here.
Uh-huh.
Look at the sheer amount of damage it does.
Hey.
Okay, at least I don't see any enemies.
Uh-huh.
Yet. It's like ouch, 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 ouch. Okay.
I'm here.
That was, in all honesty, needlessly brutal. And not fun at all. If there's a riddle here, I wonder
Indeed.
where exactly it's supposed to be. And what are you supposed to do about it? Oh great. Is it ghost time again, yeah? Well, to be fair, isn't it always ghost time? Come on, turn into an animal. I believe in you. Now then, another spectre. Another one bites the dust. And still we are at the point where it's like, yes, the druid spells. Really, really powerful little tools. If given up a chance, be used. The skull is thrown back in a grimace of agony.
Then.
That is actually impossible. Once you are reduced to a skull, you're always going to be smiling. basically every skeleton ever is going to be smiling. Going like, so going like, yeah, this skull looks like it's in agony. Is yeah, no. It will not look like it's in agony. Not factually right, game. You can't just claim that, because that is a lie. Yeah. Okay, we made it back here. That is nice. That's nice, that is dandy, that is all things good and well and proper. This level has been quite a bit of the annoyance already. It kinda feels like it's dead for no good reason, which is kinda annoying. Also ghosts. I hate ghosts. You can't really keep a normal frontline going if you have to deal with an enemy that can and will fucking teleport through your lines. Damn, this level is built up in a way that you quite literally have to explode rather fully. Which I'm not necessarily against, mind you. Oh, well, shit. Ah, one of those things.
That's it.
At least they are not too dangerous. And then it's wait for people to reload their guns and shit. Open this. Run inside. I mean, this level is more along the lines of it's being annoying so far than really dangerous, considering the fact that the last time we were in the Endless Pass, level 8 was rather challenging, if memory serves.
Hey.
Yes?
Well, so far, so good. Again, as I said before, so far it's more on the level of, yes, I'm annoying, not so much on the level of, yes, I'm deadly as fuck. This really looks like a trap trigger, doesn't it?
Oh, look at here.
Him is like, don't be smart with me. I'm like, I've been in the adventure business for a while, game. I have seen shit. A lot of shit, honestly. And with that in mind... more ghosts! Yay for ghosts! Because ghosts are such fun enemies! Yay! Yes! Yeah, fun. Just with a giant no. Now then, with my own little paralyzing effects. This should work wonders. Honestly, the most dangerous thing about most of these ghosts is the fact that they can paralyze you. If you, however, can paralyze them... I'm kinda... I will admit this little druid guy has kinda grown on me. I kinda don't want to make use of him. His spells are fucking OP as fuck. So I kinda don't want to. You know, but on the other side of the argument, he's a bit of a funny guy with his interactions alone, and I mean, apparently not. Okay. I mean, it's such an obvious thing where it's like, yes, you should find a hidden switch or something, but apparently I don't. I don't know. I do kind of like this though. This fighting room by room, saving in between, going carefully from A to B to C to, you know, wherever. That is kind of... it feels kind of like really old school adventuring. Like how adventuring was in the good old days. Rather enjoyable. I will be on set. Actually, don't waste your resources overly much, yeah. Just go for mostly destructive. That should be more than enough. Yep, more than enough. Also, we found another Pit of Doom. Always nice when you find one of those and it's offering you the option of jumping down. Oh, in this case at least we don't just get the option of jumping down. I mean, that is something. Doopy 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 doopy. Okay, so we have found a way down. This is the 9th level? Yeah, it's the 9th level. This has worked okay-ish. Sure, a bit on the annoying side, but you could say basically what isn't.
That's
Burn with righteous indignation. Yeah, at least we found a few of those Adra beetles we were told about. Apparently they are very dangerous. They kinda are, but not to the degree that I'm
Indeed.
overly worried at least. I mean, so far so good.
some work.
I'd be very much full of indignation.
Love. Beyond.
Doop 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 doop. Come forward, little one. Slime's trying to do this nonsense move again where it's like, whoop, I'm going to dilute now. So enormous sizes, you cannot stop me from doing so. I'm sitting here like, oh, Jesus Christ. You don't know me well, Slime. You really don't know me well. I don't know what it is, I don't think I have ever met slimes that actually did this before, so I'm kinda a bit confused as to the whys and hows. But alas, we can't really change that now, can we?
Indeed.
A swamp slime. What is a swamp slime doing here? It's not very swampy now, is it? I guess since we can't really apparently do anything here. I mean, I would kind of like to interact with that, but the game is like, no. You don't find shit. Your observation skills are not good enough. Maybe they're not. Strange. Strange indeed.
Right here.
Come on, there should be a switch on the wall.
I'm here.
Well, what should be and what is are apparently two very different things. I mean, I guess we can come back for one last trip throughout of the Endless Pass whenever we desire. Not like we have a need to go to every room just now. We can still technically do this right before we actually finish. Oh well, I can do in one more extra trip basically if I want to. That's a fucking cheap trick.
Protect worth and rock! That's not very helpful.
Bloody cheap tricks, let me tell ya. Come on, alright.
Yes. Of course.
She's like, I murdered my friends for you. You made me a betrayer. But yes, little shade, but that is precisely what we did. We do not regret it at all. You deserve to feel that too. Ah, satisfaction. I smell poison. Oh well. I would smell poison if he's actually making use of their abilities. But apparently, they did not. Such sadness. And look, this requires the proper key, you say. It means you're forcing me to go through the spider area. Okay, game. Okay, game. If you want me to, I will graciously now start wandering through the endless abyss that is the spider cave. Oh boy. Yay, camp supplies. Need you love myself some camp supplies. Okay, we got them right where we want them. Right where we want them. Where is my unbelievable powerful spell of nastiness? Yes. This goes somewhat well. I mean, not talking perfectly, but I would say that we have grown rather strong, haven't we? All things considered. That just kind of makes this feel a lot better. Rope-like strands of webbing glistens with moisture. Ew, they're wet. Ew.
Indeed.
Ancient crumbling bones are all that remain of countless victims. Also a key. Which is going to be for the door, I'm assuming. Also, apparently you already found the stairs down to the next level. And you have not yet found another access to the master staircase. If there is a master staircase, actually, why don't we just follow that through down all the way? You know, and if that has been going down for 8 levels at least, and we have been idiots and going all over the place instead of, you know, Just walking straight down and finding out what's down. Why are we doing this? Why do we need to be so bloody special all the time? Well, mostly because we can, isn't it? I mean, quite literally.
Need something? Than rock.
He says while being paralyzed. Righteous indignation, my friends.
How mad?
Now then.
Of course.
Do like it when you have a combat that you do not need to waste all of your resources on. Means we kinda did it right. Means we're also kinda at the level where we're supposed to be at least. Probably a bit above though. Just going by how easy we can solve such situations. Now, time to take a rest. Ooh, excuse me. In with fresh powers, let's go down another level. Which reminds me, not only do we need to finish this, and I don't remember how many levels this has, I also, and that is something I had completely forgotten, there's actually that quest for the, what should I call it, the Endless Blade thing. Yeah, I found another master staircase. Okay. Let me see here. So his head is up here, which means this is his chest. This is his lower hand, and I'm assuming this we are on his legs. We are getting a lot closer to where we're supposed to be. I do wonder where the last part of the Endless Blade, where the last blade of the Endless Pass. The fucking blade thing we found, where the rest parts are. My brain has kinda failed me there, just a bit horrible. Oh great. You know, that's the sort of surprise you don't really want to get necessarily involved in.
That's not great.
What are you doing, Arthur Beetle? No! Don't fly away! You know, sometimes, just sometimes, even I'm dotting my eyes and going like, okay, game. What the fuck are you doing, game? Why are you doing it? Why is that a thing? Why are you doing this, and why nobody stopped you yet?
Yeah. Hey.
Are you fucking kidding me? Where are they coming from?
Need something?
Okay, now let's actually send you back. You go first.
That's not helpful. Check on out.
Okay, wherever those came from, pain in the ass. Not that I was expecting anything else, mind you. Not in the great in between. We still do not have the reach to remake use of a spell again. That is annoying. That is putting it mildly. Come on. Alright, Flame Blight. That actually was quite a bit of a challenging fight, just because the fucking shades appeared in my rear line. It's the sort of trick that is really getting annoying really fast. But of course, my backline is going to be consisting of people that are just a little bit, though, weak. Now this looks like a path forward through the bushes, so we shall not go there immediately. Instead, we're going to go back up here and see what else we can reach without potentially damaging our crew of morty little adventurers. Adventure awaits! Sign up now. Spawning. Another spawning. An ass load of spawnings and yellow creatures. Now, start binding them. Righteous indignation. Come on. I do like to basically work with my free spells. That's spell mastery though. Kinda helpful, isn't it? And you need to deal with all of those pesky creatures. Especially swamp, slimes and the like. So far, so good. That change form of him, that is really very powerful tool. Maybe even a bit too much, honestly. Hana? Who's Anna? I don't know who Anna is, but she's apparently part of my spell. I guess that bodes well for her. And another room ransacked and murdered. Ah, that is just how the adventurer's life should be.
I shall.
Stormcloud, that looks like a nice spell. Well, that was a nice trap. Admittedly, well done game. I was kinda like, maybe a net trap, but it was not a net trap. In fact, it was a just outright I'm gonna murder you trap. Not too uncommon. A luminous mushroom gave off a heavy, earthy musk. It looks like it's gonna be horrible for combat in my near future.
I'm not dead yet, you bastards! Try harder!
Looks like a boss time, doesn't it? I do love it. The game's first like, oh yeah, no reason to worry. We are not gonna do anything horrible to you. And then it's like, well, now I'm going to do something very horrible to you. Okay, you can't reach apparently. That's a bit of a problem. A bit of a pickle, you might say. Because I'm such a nice master, you are now going to suffer from the big attack. Now then, yeah, it should be more than enough. Who are you actually fighting? Apparently, I don't even know who you're fighting because we can't see. Can't select her for some bloody reason. That's the definition of strange, to put it mildly. But I guess all the complaints in the world are not going to help you. Nice and backstabbery, as is only truly right and proper for one of your class.
Yeah? Die! Mow it.
Nice. Nice indeed. Works. It works like a charm. Do we want to waste more spells though? I don't think we really have to. Maybe.
How may I help?
Kinda in a bad position where you can't really fight, eh? I mean, I get you, but still a bit annoying. Can I actually... Apparently I can beat that thing down. It's kind of fun. Okay game, if you say so. Yeah, sure, give me one of those. And do you have anything else? Yeah, sure, give me one of those. Have you finished standing around like an idiot? Are you willing to fight again? That is very pleasing. And I would like to point it out, but that thing has an ass too much in the way of HP. Takes quite a while to get actually to the point where we have it murdered. Murdered.
Yes.
Well, we found some wood. That's nice and dandy. If nothing else. No. Why was I expected? Ah, well.
Of course.
And let me guess, yeah. If I had gone through here, I could have actually avoided this fight. Games like, did you want to avoid this fight? I'm sitting here like, well, maybe. Maybe potentially. I guess that's a good time to take camp. I do like it. The fights are getting a bit on the more annoying side again. Which is good. They should be. After all, we're already down to his knees. At some point in the near future, we will be at his feet. You know, as in the giant Adra statue, which we can oversee. Yes, we shall go down there and we shall find out just how horrible his feet smell after a million of years of sitting around and doing nothing. This too looks like it's going to be full of spiders and stuff. Ah, I hate it already. Well, let's find out just how much I will actually hate this. No, 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 no. You don't run away. Okay, beetles. Not precisely what I was expecting, but I will take it. Could be a lot worse after all. What does it say? Come on, somebody. Pet squirming lava. Pop in this green liquid. Yummy. Very much yummy. Just spiderlings. I'm not even going to waste any of my abilities on you. It's not worth it. Probably takes me more time to actually click on that nonsense and get it done than actually just, you know, murdering them. Oh, look at that. It's a new one. It's all with question marks. I always love it when it's like this. 53 question mark defenses. Damage reduction is the question mark of day. It's saved in. And, yeah, see just how horrible this brain sucky monster. What? Damn it. Look up as you approach. You feel a peculiar, itchy sensation in your head, as if someone were running thin finger through your thoughts. Yeah, I know you. I've played Baldur's Gate. Muted sense of distress fills your mind, followed by a far louder screech of alarm from one of the roped creatures. As the creatures turn toward you. Attack.
That's it.
It's just like, don't mind us, we're just, The nice and copied things from another universe. Do not mind us. Sadly, for some reasons, they think they actually have a chance. Idiots.
How may I help?
They shall regret that most unfriendly. Yeah. Honestly, I was somewhat worried because I remember that those had some nasty abilities, but apparently their Pillars of Eternity equivalent is not nearly as dangerous as some other variants, let's just say. But I'm assuming they will have at least the same amount of tentacles available to them. At least that much. They're kind of strange.
Attack!
I mean, it's nice of you to go forward, because that is actually where I need you, but you know. No reason to overdo it, my friend. Androids. Such an overpowered little class. Mostly because they can paralyze enemies, though. That's just a fucking nasty ability, to put it mildly. Kind of this. Among the many nasty abilities you can have, that is probably one as that is really out there. That was the fact that he can turn into a fucking close quarters beast. And do a pretty damn good job there too. Yeah. That's something that mages usually tend to dream of. Kinda a bit over OP if you ask me, honestly. But, I'll take it. I mean, I'm still kinda debating if I'm going to take him to, you know, the final area and stuff, because... bit OP. A bit much OP. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be interesting. You feel a scratching sensation in your head, followed by a sudden high-pitched ringing. Scattered images flash within your mind's eye. You see a mass of nests, set against the cave-in wall, stretching up into the darkness. A vast network of webs, somewhere far beneath the surface. You see, too, the sentries you have recently slain, their bodies lying crumpled on the cavern floor. When the image fades, you see another of the spider-faced creatures standing before you. It raises its clawed hand. You feel another twinge inside your skull. Then words emerge within your mind, and a voice wholly alien to your thoughts. Orek, Duati, Narotuaknet. Creature pauses, but fangs twitching. Kaladina, Foster, Agrida? Intellect with. Do you know any Adiran? Creature makes a strange, chittering noise. In your head you hear Adir Tong. Many turns of wheels since last given thought. Animal is trespassing. Nests are here. Risk much in defending. Protectors are dead. Animal is sated. Animal listens now. Creature makes its clicking sound. Not fighting? Those guards attacked me first. Guards have not survived the attempt. The creature notes calmly. No, they have not. What were you expecting? I think your adrenaline needs some work, my friend. Many years unspoken. Many accents. Eltong, Frey, Elven lyrics. Forgetting much. But animal jests. Speaks yes? No? Place for fighting. Nest must remain safe. I'm not an animal. Visual cuts you silently for a moment. Human animal. It corrects. Simply. Better. Fine, fine. I'll listen, but you'd better not try anything. Not try. The creature agrees. Pleased. Let's greet you. Welcome to Nest. Yes, animal is not needing to fight. The creature spreads its arms. Let's greet you. Welcome to Nest. Animal is keeping peace. Tell me about the Withrak. The Withrak looked at you for a moment, then down at itself. Back. What is human animal? The Withrak people. See what others do not. See light inside dull shell. Points at you. See great and burning light. Withrak speak without voices, and in many, hundreds of souls, in great city. Narit, its colony, a great journey. Animal would walk a long time to reach it. What are you doing here? Withrak, searching. Seeking knowledge for home, for colony. Far away. Long time we have searched. We grew sick with memory. Home. Made nests, made new home, and found what we seek. Vast of this place. Withrak gestures at the walls around you. Grew Adra, not cutting, breaking, growing, shaping, if Withrak could find secret. Making great works, statue, machines, Withrak could weave silk and Adra both. Our nests become stronger, colony becomes stronger, all of us weaving great works. You feel a sudden melancholy from the Withrak. We're close, finding machines, crystals, but finding Adra man too, in place below. Have lost many, too many. Regards you with sudden interest. Human animal is strong, defeated other animals. Killed guards? Could have built that. What exactly are you looking for? Things for study, things of Adra, all in the ruins below. Must see how Adnua makes Adra man. Adra shells, yes? Animal does not need to kill Adra man, just needs shell. Also need part of a machine. But like a heart of the machine. Adra and shining metal. Wilfred thinks a moment. Last piece is Adra, not the Adra from walls. It's different, purer, hard to find. Sharik's hoping there's some below. If human animal brings these things, it will grow animal great depth, will help colony, help us, can go home. They're so long waiting for this great thing. Sharek would reward animal. You think about it. In the meantime, I had another question. What languages were you speaking before? Do you know anything about the master of this place, Otnua? The Withrak runs a talon along one of its fangs, thinking. Eret Narek Otnua, name bleeds through walls, but Withrak do not know face, voice. Withrak see great works, see statue, yes? Master of many things, master of Adra, of many voices trapped in stone. Withrak points back towards the rest of the caverns. Things below, much to admire. Witcher stares at you, unblinking for a few long moments. Good, you hear. Then with a swift journey. Takes a few steps back, the ring in your head fades. Is considered stealing? It's not considered stealing, apparently. These large nests appear to be woven from a thick, sturdy silk. I guess we can decide what to do here when we actually find something, and then determine what it is. And if we're willing to part with it to, you know, creatures like this, because if you trust those things to be anything but a droll pain in the ass for humanity, you're kind of on the wrong side of history. Easy enough to tell that much, I'd say.
Arthur were them wrong.
It's eating my plate.
Why are you people trying to be so idiotic about it? I wonder sometimes. Although, to be fair though, these spiders are not really much of a danger to us.
I'm here.
Not at this point. Honestly, if it came to blows with the Withrak, I don't think we would have much of a problem dealing a final blow to them. Honestly. We are great many things, but we are most definitively not a weak little average adventurous game. And in fact, I would go as far as to say we are quite well equipped. The Withrak steadies you alertly as you approach, its dark eyes gleaming. Its voice, in your mind, is pleasantly melodic. Elder tongue is welcome. Very happy to see. Many new things here. Points its claw towards the capital. Many crystal, it adds, excited. What are you doing? Withrak raises a clawed finger to scratch lightly at one of the 8 formations growing along the wall. It studies Escariva Matra. How growing, shaping, using. In Storavik Narit, are not growing. Creepy will learn secret. Review has antique supplies. Isid is helping, searching caves and cells. He's taking her time, it adds with a hint of reproach. He's going around her, Privy is not liking. Where did Isid go? Isid is going south to search the cave there. Took spiders to guard. Kirby worries a little, but cannot stop to search. He's helping Colony. I had other questions. I take it you like shiny objects. It tilts its head. Yes, he's shining. Much light, many colors, and veins of world. It's going down to heart. Kirby thinks. Makes a small, happy chirrup. True. Who's Krivy? Bishop makes a low, whistling sound. Is Krivy, it says, brightly. Do you know anything about the master below? Krivy knows many things, but not any master. Asking Charek, points a claw towards its leader, then folds its hands primly. Very well, yes, farewell, Idritong. Adra coats these cavern walls like moss, strangely warm to the touch. In the distance, these bottles and jars exude strange odors. Small, grotesque items float in the murky liquid. Let us not question their existence. Let us instead continue on our journey. I really wish I would remember how many levels there, because I have the feeling that I will smack that run into the last boss of this area. And I remember him to be a royal pain in the ass. I can tell you that much. You feel a sharp and sudden pain in your head, immediately followed by a harsh, alien voice. Ajik, Kalitura, knave, human! A dear Rusty, the creature makes a peculiar clacking sound. What's more speaks in your mind once more. A name a trespasser, killer, lingerer in the bright places. Where is it going? You speak a little better than your leader. It insults us. It will tear the memory of this place from its... It speaks to our leader. It visits the nest. You feel an echo of the Wizard's alarm in your head. To what purpose? Your leader asks us to collect some Adra samples to help the colony. Charek asks this, though she guesses quietly. Of this? You feel a muted wave of slaughtered anger. Go then, the Adra man will crush it like a squirming hare. Charek will send us once more. I see. So this is the place where it's going to go down, isn't it? Found it. Well, then let's look at the southern ones and find out what happens to the other one, I suppose. I don't even know what she was called. I do like it. It's gonna be a bit more of a combat episode, but it's part of adventuring too, isn't it? Ouch. Yeah, and triggering traps that are almost killing you. That too is part of butter and bread basically for adventurers. Okay, in this southern cavern, not much. Which only leaves this one. If she's not here, then she's dead. Presumed. Or, you know, able. I do wonder if these creatures actually have a concept of going, you know, of disappearing, of running away. She has gone mad. Okay. Two of you petrified, that is not good. Oh boy, this is the definition of not good. Now then. So far, so good, I would say. Oh wait, don't we have the... Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. You probably shouldn't stand that close to the enemy, because that is actually costing you a lot of hit points. To be fair, that is how it is supposed to be with the backline. Your backline is supposed to be, you know, somewhat weak. Although technically, doesn't this game allow random edit? Yeah, there appears to be a piece of an ancient sword. Perhaps I can find more. I found a polished stone sphere. Gems with power. There are mere kind of points that was once set with something. I found a part of the shed later. It is much like this. Found another part, eh? Did we? Games like I'm not gonna tell you. The polished pumice stone. The gem is perfectly smooth, gleaming sphere of dark gold flecked stone. Fraction stands strangely on the dark surface. That's great. Certain nights the gem gleams in a deep red.
Indeed.
Monies. These remains are old and brittle, and are scattered fragments along the cavern floor suggests they were dragged here. And then let's go back and tell him that we found the crazy lady, and instead of turning to cats, she has turned to spiders, and kind of forced us to murder her. So sad. Much hardness. Much nonsense. Hey, creepy. Once more, fluting voice of the Vithrak sounds in your mind. Hello, Chong, still welcome. Is needing something? What is it you're doing here? Studies Adra, energy in Adra. Said Isid is dying. Isid very clever. Weak in spirit, but very clever. I think I might have run into Isid. She attacked me without warning and I was forced to defend myself. Ruby sees. For a moment you feel a peculiar stretching sensation within your head, and then it is gone. Privy is sorry for his actions. It's very strange. He is acting so. Many strange things in this place. Privy is collecting many things while studying Adra. Not all stones alike, yes? Having pretty stones. Take please. Ruby thanks Adra Tong. It's good to know. Well, that went surprisingly well. There he kinda just read my mind there to make sure that I actually tell the truth. The most definitively did. Oh boy. That really is not the kind of creature I feel all that comfortable with working. But yeah, we must be getting pretty damn close to the end. I'm assuming here. This is still just guesswork on my part, mind you. But he was like Adra man, so we are expecting some more resistance. Also, everything that is settled down here has gone mad. Why would the Vithrak think themselves to be the exception of the rule? Because they're fucking brain eaters, isn't it? Then further into the next level of the Endless Pass. I've reached the ruins below the caves and begin my search. The Vithrak have asked me to acquire 3 items. I will find Adra Crystal, the armor of one of the area-laced animates that roam the area, and pieces from that. The master below. I've unsealed the door leading down into the lower pass, deep depths of the Endless Pass. What lurks in these dark places, I cannot be certain. Seems further discoveries await. Well, yes, discoveries await always. If you're willing to go for the bloody risk. I do wonder if I at some point actually manage to get that bloody fucking sword. I mean, honestly, at this point I would kinda want that to be an absolutely beast of a weapon. Just for the simplest of points, namely that it has pain to collect.
Worth them wrong!
I think just for that we kinda deserve it, don't we?
That's it! Hey.
And the other beetle is actually trying its luck. I mean, I guess as long as it fights with us.
That's not very
Nice. See, we managed to deal with it before we had to do anything. Ooh, spirit. Even more spirits. What happens when I talk to you? Come, help me here. The spirit holds his hands just above the shattered machine. Poised as if to pull on some unseen component. Brace there, and we will be rid of this one. Each word seems to resolve itself in your mind, and an instant after it's spoken, as you recall the Engwithian tongue. He waits a moment, evidently for someone to take a position. Pull hard now. There. He sags back, wiping his brow. These machines, to think how many souls have felt that touch. How many of those willing, I wonder. What has happened here? Do not worry, without Noah slain, the rest have shown their true colors. Most have fled, some scattered into the tunnels, the pools. Come, they've already started sealing the upper floors. It will last out at this rate. Oivrus means to work some spell upon that door. Use Otnua's servants against him. Sure? Must be 100 souls affixed to that stone. Punishment, no doubt. Perhaps they'll be pleased knowing that Otnua goes wailing to the afterlife. What kind of spell? He cannot unmake the door entirely, but he can change its purpose. The oaths, you see. Otnua's servants are pledged to his defense, then we shall pledge ourselves to his destruction. Man gives you a fierce grin, turning away. From one step to another, he has faded, only to appear once more beside the machine.
I shall.
Some nonsense is going on here. Yeah, making progress though. Slowly and deliberately.
Attack!
Well. One single lonely little... Okay, my friend, I know you see, I knew you had another distance weapon. Why don't you make use of that? Well, okay, that doesn't seem to work well.
What?
Oh, we are going to... Great. We are going to fight it down sooner or later. Just a matter of how annoying it's gonna be. Yeah, this fighting is going to get annoying relatively fast.
Indeed.
Whoa. What does my map say? My map says we still have a lot of exploration to do. Let's make actually sure that we are careful. Oh shit, I hear ghosts. Oh fuck, I hate ghosts. I really, really, really hate ghosts. Mostly for the simple fact that they're pain in the ass creatures. Don't pull those, please. Too late, I guess. Alas! Again, all the complaining in the world is not going to help with this. Yeah, I was kind of fearing this would happen sooner or later. Come on, go down. Like the ghost bitch you are. Nice.
That's it. Die! That didn't work. Need. That's the.
Yeah. About
Yes?
game time that you murdered it.
I shall.
Collecting all the stuff. Almost nice to find some chemical supplies in the most unexpected of places. I mean, it does kind of help, mind you, because we do need that. Honestly, I don't really have much of a choice. This hazy figure is tall and heavy built, and is shifting. Indistinct face is turning toward the floor, as if it were deep in thought. You hear a faint murmuring in the rolling cadence of prayer. From time to time, the spirit seems to sway in place. As you approach, the spirit raises his voice, and you recognize the familiar sounds of the Ingvifian tongue. And no more shall swords splinter upon the wheel. Hear me, great father. I am pledged against your foes. The greatest of these is death. Listen. The spirit turns its face towards you in a swift motion. For a moment it features blur, and then resolve into what appears to be a man's visage, its eyes fixed upon you. You're late. Oh, sorry, I was too late. Spirit turns its face away. They will be here soon, to cast us down, to unmake our work. It's nearly too late. Our work? He nods. If they knew, perhaps they would understand. See, here the sisters speak. To foreign lands they leave the madman to suffer alone, or else cast these same out from their side. Meanwhile, we have carved ourselves like smoothed stones, polished the virtuous within us, while cleansing away the weakness. Is that not just? That not kinder than anything that came before? He shifts, standing straighter. Are you ready? He raises his hand. Do you think you see the glint of metal? A second glance reveals nothing. They have placed your crest upon the animate, alongside my own. The animates. You're going to sacrifice yourself. Shakes his head. Those of faith remain, and we are children of the wheel. Death is not for us. Your gaze slides away from you as you depart. Even as you move away, he reaches out an arm for someone else, smiling. The spirit's like, I'm going to turn into a fucking Adra construct. Hey, I hear more crying. Do you know what that means?
Hey.
I'm here. Right here. Okay.
What?
Oh, then let's see this horribleness happening in all the nice angles.
Yes.
Not safe.
Run and murder it most fiercely. Yes, attack it, please. Use all you have, your claws, and everything else. Nice. Progress is being made.
Indeed.
A hazy form stands before you. From time to time, the blurring creatures resolve into what you take to be an elven man. I can't do this anymore. How am I going to explain? How can we possibly give him what he wants? The spirit speaks in quick, hushed bursts of Ingrifian. He shakes his head as if to answer his own questions. He's going to kill me. He's killed so many. Why should he stop here? Who are you? He has brought so many people down here. Such terrible things from the upper floors. Even here, these constructs cannot sleep. His voice lowers. I think sometimes that I will wake and find myself inside one of the animates. Will I even know? Will it not be like waking one day to find myself blind and mute? What does he want? Vigor paces a few steps, raising his hands to his temples. But we cannot give him. Even after all this time, there's so much we do not know. He wants his son. The boy he knew, whole and preserved, returned to him. But people, souls, they don't always remember. Who's to say his son will remember being his son at all? Remember his father's face? I have seen mothers forget their children. What are you doing here? I'm hiding. I passed by one of the machines and I couldn't breathe. I was thinking about the work we've done, the things we've seen, how even small deeds can scar the soul. This mind so wrecked. Will Lord Nua's son be grateful when we have torn him from this rest? How could you do all that? I didn't think it would go so far. I didn't know. But Nua is your liege lord. How can I refuse him? He looks up, startled, looking past you. No, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm only frightened. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't tell anyone, please. Are you still loyal toward Nua? Of course, I'm devout servant. His voice goes high with terror. I didn't mean, please. I never meant it or whatever. Renounce my oaths. You know, we passed the speaking door. No, the oaths, of course. We speak it every day. I'm a servant toward Nua. My sword arms pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. The spirit seems to go on to warn himself. Sworn. I'm guessing this is the way forward then. I'm going to assume. Maybe actually not. The remains of the statue suggest that once depicted a young warrior. There are ruins along its base, and the statue's feet is named Maros. Actually, I could read a check before I went back. Otherwise, we would have to come back definitively. Most definitively indeed. Actually, let's check if there's anything there. Treasure-wise. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Which kind of means we're running out of options rather fast when it comes to where to go. Well, okay, so be it then. Damn, that was not what I wanted. Never hear that, you know. It's like fucking cancer in my ears.
Oh, look at here.
I do look at that and I don't like it. Can you find more of that? Apparently not, but you can run into one. It's yeah, failure hurts. Surprisingly harsh punishment.
Ain't that special?
Yeah, because now you're suddenly finding traps again, eh? Strange how that works. Very strange indeed. Like, ouch, that hurt. Now I'm going to look very, very carefully for those. A bit of punishment there. I see. So we can go up. Could you shut up? I know there's some more ghosts around here. I'm already getting annoyed. No teleportation this time. That's not a smart move. You should have used your teleportation, you idiot. I always do love it that I can actually knock down a ghost. How the fuck do you even do this? How the fuck do you knock down a ghost?
Ain't that
The
special?
answer is surprisingly easily, apparently. Yeah, that hurts still. Quite a bit, doesn't it? A nice little lightning effect, though, that spear has. I'll give it that much. Hurts like a bitch, too. So the question is, do we really want to give those brain-sucky creatures machinery like this? I mean, I'm kinda the kind of person who likes to keep their word, but even I'm like, this could have very nasty consequences, couldn't it? Let us not.
Yes?
Nice. Murder most profoundly. This way just is going to lead back. And we have another spirit to talk to, but I need something to drink first. Very important. Now then. The spirit stands stiffly at attention, her gaze focused on the end of the hallway. One arm bears up a heavy round shield, though the rippling blur of soul energy obscures what lies upon it. Speak in within. No. Her head turns a little. They've passed the blight forges. If the observers live, we may stop them yet in the chambers beneath. She snorts. If Cabrios and his pack of scheming wizards haven't betrayed us. Mob may be on us soon. Better to make peace with whatever God will have you. She pauses, look at you. Are you afraid? Afraid of what? Indeed. What's to fear at all? She looks away from you. Our own people turn against us. What remains if we are victorious? Who will feed the machines then? Do not fear the battle. I fear what will become of our Lord once we are victorious. For the madness the children of the wheel will pour onto his ears. Perhaps he would stop once the sun is returned to him. And will they let him? Children of the wheel. While Lord Noel contents himself with his title, Zadig after the very heart of heaven. She gives a sour laugh. Madness, all of it. And yet Otnoa holds them close at his side. None of this would have happened, if not for them. They have driven our great lord from grief and into madness, pushed him into these deeds. She pauses. He was a great king, perhaps he will be again. Come, we'll rally the defense at the steps. Funnel them into our blades. Of the animates beside us, they would stand there. Spirit gaps. Wordlessly, mouths agape. She gropes for something at her back, unseen, and takes a listing step sideways, away from you. Her eyes, wide, gaze into yours. You trade. Black blue buckles, and she holds misty lights which form her shape thin and scatter. Well, apparently I was one of the traitors.
Charge!
Yeah, it's one of the magical ones that's not good. Because that's usually a pain in the ass to deal with. Come on, murder it.
That's not very...
And we're going to murder the next one, because we can. Murder it most profoundly. Now, do it. I believe in you. Come on.
I shall.
And this too still kind of leads us to the very, very broad question of if they are actually going to be willing to share what we find with the Withrack. Part of me is like, I kind of want to start murdering them outright because of what they represent and how much danger they possess when they're just close by. Because they're right below me, you know, right below my little castle, and that's not where I want them to be. That is putting it quite nicely, if you ask me. Oh, immune to poison. Not so much immune to falling down.
That's not...
Down you go again. And he's like, no, I don't want to go down again.
That didn't work.
Come on.
That's it.
I'm here.
Down you go. Into the mud where you belong. To
I
Reacher.
shall.
Reacher! I mean, this has worked surprisingly well. We have been at it for a while. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Hi.
Work.
La...
Ah, good old-fashioned tentacles. Haven't really used that spell in a while. Been too much focus on playing around with my little
That's it.
druid and his spells. Let's not forget the classics. Which, to be fair, this was not the most brilliant of castings I have ever done. This could have gone a lot better.
That's not very helpful.
Indeed.
Yes?
Like so many other things, not the best. These strange mechanisms have cracks in several places, and some components appear to have been dismantled. There's no clear means of activating them.
I shall.
Okay, so we kinda have found everything, which means we are going to have to go through this, and this is apparently a talking door. That's gonna be fun, isn't it? Fun for the whole bloody family.
Oh, look at here. Yes?
If we could, you know, not step into that, that would be most appreciated from my point of view. I think we have taken more than enough damage at this point, so a bit careful. A large, ornate, and Withian door stands before you. To either side rests large crystals, glowing with a faint light. You feel a peculiar change in the air, as if some presence were nearby, yet there is nobody to be seen. You hear a whisper emerging as from thin air, from the general direction of the door. It grows in both volume and number, many voices speaking quietly. In moments, it has become a chaotic hiss of voices, each trying to be heard. But as you listen, the voices begin to settle into a cadence, then into words, a phrase spoken by many at once. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to waken him? Examine the door. Words moved by the passage of time. The door bears no obvious means of opening it, beyond whatever enchantment lends its voice. There's no place for a key, nor any handle. It seems you'll have to try something else. I am servant to Adnur. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. You feel a peculiar chill in the air. The voices grow sharp and tense. Here pass no traitors. You're struck by the sudden lashing arc of energy from the door. It is sharp, piercing pain. After a few moments, only the memory of it lingers. The voice quiet and fade, leaving you alone. I'm an enemy to Adnur. My sword arm is pledged against his fellows. My sword is sworn to his purpose. It rumbles down. And the door slides open. The crystals, trees aside, dim. With the light go the voices, fading first into murmuring whispers and then silence. Us is clear. This screams like we're going to have to fight, doesn't it?
That's
Okay, my devil is gone. The devil is down. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
beyond.
And the orb is flying around like a bitch, going like Nyum. Run! Attack it!
How
Okay.
many?
This is a horrible thing to do because it's going to hit more of my people. Still worked pretty damn well, I'd say.
It's high time for some rest.
Well, we found stairs down, but not the master staircase, at which level are we? 13. I wonder just how many levels there actually are. I guess sometimes it's really just better to not know. I mean, we should be very close to his feet at this point. If he doesn't have, you know, legs that go on forever, then we should, potentially speaking, be close to the end. But that's of course the problem with the whole should be and could be. I mean, technically speaking, the end this pass can be as long as they bloody well want, because we have no actual way of, you know, confirming anything. And you see that it is most likely the stair down. This kind of looks like a strange area. It looks a bit like a boss arena. That kind of has me worried. We found the master staircase. Okay, so we're still on the level of his house or something. We're still not yet completely down. And I will probably have to talk to this creature, and I'm kind of fearing now. Let's actually start it and see what happens. Because I'm assuming horribleness. Spirit of Otnua. The shade emerges like a wound in the world. Split open to reveal a hollow darkness. Beneath a rising crown of shadow lies a gleaming mask, bearing the visage of an older man. The silver face turns towards you, features cold and still. From within the sockets of the mask's eyes, guttering fires amid their eerie light.
Who are you? Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
His voice seems to reverberate through the chamber. The mask's eyes burn with sudden new light, even as the room around you seems to grow darker. Well, I don't think there's a battle.
It was lost long ago. This battle, and more. You are no lost soul of mine. No soldier.
Roiling eddies of darkness surge at the shade's feet. It rises into the air, the glistening mask angling itself toward you.
But you see them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you. As I do. My subjects. My people.
What happened to this place? Otnua's voice gains a distant quality. We sought a place where the veins of the world meet, where a soul might be drawn from the Hydra. If we could find the means to keep the soul intact, preserve its memory, we are so close. Nearly done. My people shaped for me a titan, vast and wondrous in form, so that it might be worthy of the soul that would dwell within it. He reaches out a hand, pointing a dark and tapering claw towards the steps. I have not looked upon it since. They will destroy all that I have worked for. They will steal my only hope. Otnua raises his arms, now lashing tendrils of shadows. Will we allow the rebel to strike us from this world, to steal my son from me a final time?
Up, soldiers! Up, conquerors of death! Keep them from the statue! Will you leave your lord to fight alone?
There's a shift in the air, so pronounced as to set a prickle up your spine. Nothing emerges from the darkness. The echoes of Otnua's command fade. They have gone, my soldiers, or else they drift beyond my reach. How are you still here? Is it so strange? I can see, sense the power in you. You must have seen by now the limits of the shroud. How easily one slips its shackles, if pressed. My son did not have the time, perhaps, to It was so fast. Soul went swiftly into the stream, but I could find it again. I did find it. I was so close. And then the invaders, the mutiny, traitors all, coming to smash the machines, the crystals. They had no thought of what the life spent, the progress we had made. To rip a soul from the afterlife, to return him to my arms, I was so close. The mobs slew my most faithful. They came for me, blade in the stomach, like any common dog. But I robbed them of their trophy. My body, at least, would not be parted from this place. I cast one final spell. Indicates the crystal at the center of the room. Gaze at the opponent for a few moments. You shield yourself in there. Nothing so precise. I meant only to die in some manner that hindered them. It was not pleasant. If I had had time to think, did not imagine that I would be trapped. What force could hold me? Yet every effort I expended to leave this place. At times I can sense what lies above, but never below. And what happened? There was pain. I woke sometime later. Woke, or else just became aware that I was in the world again. That I had sight and hearing and memory. Always memory. This chamber, I recall, the final moments. Then recalling them, I am returned to my power. It is tempting sometimes to remain thus, to be some semblance of a king. If not that, I remember all else too. The hurt of dying, the loss I feel as keenly as on the day my son was taken from me. Should such things too not be claimed by time, as our words, our art and lives have been? Is the memory so cruel that time dares not touch it? For 2,000 years I have stood upon the precipice of victory. I cannot retreat nor cross. I'm anchored to the very stone I shaped to shield my corpse. All the while he's there, just out of reach, beyond me. Before you is Otnua, king in life, of a great people, in death, master of nothing. Why have you sent beasts to attack me? Attack you? To what purpose? Your face is not known to me. What remains of my kingdom is bound here. Cannot cross the threshold. He looks toward the darkened doorway behind you. Many souls do
pass from time to time into this place. The Audra draws them deep, and there they are consumed, but not by me.
Something dwells in the place beneath us, and they have heat upon my people, as it did when we drew breath. It is an old, ancient thing, and you will not conquer it, any more than we could conquer ignorance. Otnua suddenly shudders, and the shape of him seems to warp and twist. The times of his dark crown grow long, the surface of his mask ripples like molten ore.
None walk there save Otnua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
What's down there? All the souls the paths have ever known, bound still to the Aedra, waiting for their chance at rebirth or else trapped within the fragments. Bridges a formless hand towards his mask, only to jerk it away, as if scaled it. My son, somewhere, he must be. If you are not the master in this place, who is? Something with a longer reach, for I can do nothing outside this wretched chamber. The stone is like an anchor. The mask turns back toward the crystal at the center of the room, the body there.
Many souls do pass from...
Yeah, you already said so.
None walk there save Otnua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
Well, think about it. If this thing is responsible for my attacks on my castle and perhaps I can never bows. How? Will you destroy that which survived the end of my people? No, you will only anger it. It will drink your life like water. Well, but it's destroying this place, as surely as the Ingwithians did. It threatens your world, your homes, not mine, for we are long dead. To me it is but an obstacle, and when it too at last perishes, I will have my chance. I've waited for so long, I cannot risk this. But you see
them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you.
You built the endless paths. The endless paths.
The endless paths. 1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Oh, it would have been, if they had only allowed me to finish. They understood that from such rotted foundations could emerge wondrous achievements. The same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in turn. That my son might, from one moment to the next, be lost to me is abomination. His voice sickens with grief, reverberating through the chamber. Hey, once only that I should be proud of him. How can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing, still be the light of his life? How, if he is gone? So many hours and days spent wondering if I had been there but a moment earlier, if I had stopped him from leaving that morning, if I had only known that I would never see him again.
Lost, treading these endless paths, these regrets, with him forever moving out of reach into some darker place, away from me.
Well, Lord Noah, you kind of fucked up, didn't ya?
Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
No. Most people have actually lost something along the way, you know? Just that most people don't get fucking crazy over it. They accept it and just fucking move on at some point, because that's how things work. You can't all just sit down and cry like a bitch about it and be like, oh, I'm going to spend the rest of my life murdering my people to create wondrous things that will bring back one person at the sacrifice of 1,000,000. That's not a good deal. So, what has caused the past to become overrun? Time. The press of time, apparently. We chased such beasts from our worksites in our day. They were but passing pests, but in time their numbers have been allowed to grow. Now they are chased up from the depths by what dwells there, the new master of this place, feeding on the souls of all that have succumbed to the past, to grief or greed.
Have they loved
Shut up.
nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children?
Well, is that your justification then?
Might I not
That
show
your
them
grief
then
outmatches everyone
the ag-
else? What did they make of their grief? Nothing. None of them dared. None tried. I had the vision, and the people followed me. They believed. They knew what I promised. I think that most people were like, yes, king. Take a nice little headpad and now sit down and come back to reality. If some came only to test their knowledge, at least they contributed to our understanding. We came so close. You do not understand. The frustration of it has only festered in me. Well, you probably had a few centuries to fester, so I cannot cease thinking on it. Some light surges behind old Noah's eyes, burst into orange flame. Every moment I have lost.
Have they loved
Could you
nothing?
shut up? You're trapped here. I'm bound to this place. I was cursed with it. Well, I mean, you kinda put yourself into a statue. And honestly, the fact that it hurts is probably something I would say is reasonably fair. I do not know. I've tried to pass beyond the steps. The memories come upon me. I wake here. I have whirled away centuries in that fashion. Half awake. But in time awake, I always wake. And I am here.
Have they loved nothing in all their lives?
I understand your grief, but why all this? I did not start so. How could it? I was mad with grief. I summoned workers, mages, servants. We plunged headlong into our quest. Could not see for tears. And at first nothing. Feeble efforts, false starts, days of nothing. All the way I was certain I was losing time. I gave permission that we should try new methods. We should bolster our knowledge of the soul. And with these barbarous acts, we begin at least to learn. At the edges of that veil, my people told me they could find my son. But still we had not the means of extracting him safe, intact. And at last, when the discovery was at hand, we were betrayed. All that we had paid, the lives lost, the taint upon our souls, all for nothing. They destroyed the Titan, cleaved him from his roots.
I will never see him again. Even in death, we have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Have I not paid? Have they not cost me all I had?
I must travel on. I, a blue fire sparks behind Old Noah's mask, casting a sickly light across the tiles. No, you will go from here and bring them with you. Bring them up again. With blade and fire. They will destroy all that I have worked for. They will steal my only hope. But Noah raises his arms, now lashing tendrils of shadow. Will we allow the rebel to strike us from this world? To steal my son from me a final time? Up, soldiers! Up, conquerors of death! Children of the wheel! Andara! Ryomara! Izana! Keep her from the statue! You know, this is precisely the sort of situation I wanted to avoid. I mean, quite literally, precisely the situation I wanted to avoid. And of course, that did not work nearly as well as I would have hoped. Rather nice saying of, yes, you should have seen that coming. Well, should have, could have, would have. And honestly, I kinda wanted to talk more with him, but then I was like, okay, let's not. Because I knew it would come to a fight at some point, and I kinda wanted to actually, you know, save before, so I don't have to redo it if we should lose. And of course, that too has proven to not work nearly as well as it could have. Okay, I don't really think we can do much against that amount of fucking damage. They are throwing down damage like a bitch. And while I can do many a great thing, I quite literally can't do shit about that. Yeah, where is it? Where is your dead body? There's your dead body. It's lying most unhappily. Now then, Spirit, what newer? Defeated. At last. But I mean, we can't kill him now, can we? But this is kinda, you know. Right. And we lost it. Yes, wait, I'm specifically Timmy Healy, and he, little druid, runs away. Sitting here like, are you kidding me? Out of mourning!
Of course.
And with this we have opened the pass. At long last. That was one hell of a journey so far. But I guess you're gonna learn more survival then. It's kinda your thing, isn't it? Triggered immunity. 2 per encounter. The fighter is hit by damage that does at least 10% of his or her total endurance. He or she will gain immunity to that damage type for a short rotation. Dashing across. Inflicting crush damage on anyone caught in his path. Thundering blow. Damage primary attack that does additional damage and lowers the target's attack detected. The incoming attacks nearby allies. The final damage total of any attack against a nearby ally is cut in half, with the fighter taking the other half as raw damage. The fighter devotes all of his energy to fending allies. Lows accuracy but increases deflection of nearby allies. Causing them to regain 50 units lost from an attack. Armored Crest. Fighter is perfectly suited to even bulkier restricted suits of armor, lowering their recovery penalty significantly. It becomes firstly determined. The more conservative combat strategy when looking down enemies, set they too close. With engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of deflection. Let's go for Armored Grace. But that sounds actually nice. It's a bit of a mess when you think about it, what I'm doing with the leveling of this poor guy. Spell mastery. Give me a shining beacon, please. Let's take the superior deflection, because you do sometimes find yourself a bit too much engaged. Understandable, if I were the enemy I would engage you too, because you're basically one giant hell of a problem. Black Bow. The wizard summons a frightful bow that does corrode damage to enemies and leaves them terrified. Each bolt of energy the wizard fires bounces to an additional target. Goes discarded hand rakes across the area, increased damage, leaving them weakened and hobbled. The wizard is protected by elemental shields. Allows the wizard temporary burrow druid, priest or wizard spells of 7th level or lower. For a short duration, the wizard can cast stone spells freely. It invokes the sickle of the famed Valian wizard Minoletra. When he or she is struck in melee, the usually retaliates with pierce damage. And summons a sentinel wall of varied colors that inflicts varied damage and afflictions on enemies passing through it. Crushing wind blows across the battlefield, inflicting raw damage on anyone in the area, leaving them weakened. Nice, raw damage. And I can get spell mastery of my tentacles. That is just, yes, that is fucking awesome. I find that highly enjoyable. Behold the martyr. Creating a pulsing beacon over them that increases the speed and damage reduction of nearby allies while decreasing the speed and damage reduction of nearby enemies. The weakness appears if the ally is revived. This is automatically applied to him or her. Duration. Paladin can destroy any spirit or summoned creature below the paladin's level. It focuses on face and self-immolates a blue flame. Express urgency in one of the paladin's allies, increasing his or her attack speed, coordinated, while it has in perfect synergy with the closest ally, taking the same foe, providing the ally with an accuracy bonus. That sounds rather useful. Nietzsche was a Glenfezzen murderer who was notorious for his... Oh yeah, right, we had a quest going on. The hunt for Nietzsche's remains proved difficult, as the Glenfezzens lied incessantly to cover for those who were responsible. Nolan Brishal Gwyn helped Connor sort the truth out, eventually recovering every part of the dead murderer's body. Though the Glenfezzens were more than willing to lie about what they had done, none of them turned violent when Connor and the Brishal Gwyn confronted them. Anna Affairs ordered the Brishal to bury the body in a new location that was less well-travelled than the path near Clearban Relag. Upon returning to Vietnam, Connor realized that the Unpheasant had never asked for Nietzsche's ring finger to be returned. Interesting. Let us rest then, let us save then, and then we go down and we'll see if we can actually beat whatever's down there. Or not. That is actually a very good question. Can we? Can we not? Have we found all the parts of the fucking blade? Can we now do something with it? Where was that smith guy who was like, I can do something with that? Was he actually in the city? Was he in the Crucible Knights? I can see a Zaurib skirmisher. I'm not scared of Zaurib skirmishers. The game is like, here, take some of the easiest enemies we can throw at you.
I shall.
Yep, I think we have actually found the feats. Warm air pulses through the aperture. They're like, I'm a champion, I will stand tall. Yeah, no, you have maybe been able to do that in the past. Nowadays though, not so much. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but what the fuck do they expect would happen?
Indeed.
You're not nearly as tough anymore. I think we've reached the lowest levels. Now I'm getting fucking afraid. I mean, mostly because I quite literally don't remember what's actually going to happen.
Hey.
Heck, where them rock?
Won't we all have tentacles? Especially because we now have them as spell mastery, which means we can make easy use of them.
I shall.
Yes, you shall, indeed. Nice that you agree on something, little one. See, this looks like it's going to lead straight into a fucking boss fight, doesn't it? I mean, come on, game. I've played games before. I know how a boss area looks. There are the feet. Smell that? It's like Adro just in silver. Makes my hair stand on end. Feet, giant Adra feet. Yeah, it looks like we actually need to climb down here. I'm expecting horribleness once we do so. The stairs ahead have crumbled away, leaving you at the edge of a dark pit. You'll have to proceed down carefully. Climbing back up may be difficult. Climb carefully down the rocks. Your progress is slow, as the rocks shift precariously under your grip and footing, but you're able to maintain your handhold. You pick your way carefully down the craggy wall and piled stones, and eventually find yourself at the bottom. Alright, the problem here is I don't know if it's going to be down south or down up north. I'm assuming up north is going to be where my enemy awaits me. For once, I'm actually willing to go out of my way to prepare a bit beforehand. Because they have traveled quite a long way through the pass, and they have proven to be somewhat annoying at times. And as we all know, preparation is quite often key to victory. Let's see then, weapon-wise, what do we have? Does any of you actually use a rod? A war bow? No, we don't really have anyone for that. I'm kinda happy with what we have already. Okay. You have vigilant. I'm gonna go to grace. Superb. I mean, 16 deflection. Honestly, I think this is going to go a lot better for us. No, then armor-wise. Yeah, I would like to give you armor, but yeah, you can't wear armor. What else do we have? The white crest armor. Scales of the Raven. Still transfers to perception, fine, damage reduction. I mean, that's something I could probably give you. Sanguine Blade. What else we have? The Cape of Master Mystic spell holding of visibility of deflection, Mayor Spellbind, Shroud of Warning of Resolve. Do we have a secondary ring for you though? I mean, that one is most definitively not bad, mind you. Push of Main, Arcane Reflection, Major Recovery. Potion of Major Endurance. That's kind of the one I would like to have get my hands on. I would also like to cut this a bit. Good, at least my priesty boy has stuff now. That is probably going to help me. Major regeneration. That sounds nice too. Push of minor regeneration. Average aim. Yeah, I think I'm somewhat happy with what we have set up. Yeah, for the moment. Could be enough. I now need to remember what we're actually going to fight. Oh. Whatever it is, it's big. That's never a good sign. Oh, right. You look ugly as fuck. I had forgotten about you. How could I? Ah, from under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Adra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon. Vibrant, living Adra plates its height. The movement of its great joints is like the grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up to its full height, its horns looming like towers. Then it lowers its head, turning a sharp, intelligent gaze upon you. Tiravis staggers backwards, craning his head upwards to take in the whole of the beast. Even the gods must fear such a creature, he says as his face turns flush with fear and excitement. Tiravis, don't get a boner for the bloody dragon, please. That's gonna be a bit uncomfortable.
At the heart of the world.
Shut up.
What a journey you have made.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass, thank you very much. Do you know how many levels down we have to go to come here? So you are the master below.
Yes, the master below.
Well, that was
You
easy.
have found her. Kadnua is mine,
Ho, ho,
as
ho,
is
ho.
all that lies beneath it.
I would like to make a claim here. Kadnua is not yours. Kadnua is upstairs and that's mine. You are down here. You can have the feet. Here, take the giant Adra feet. Some people are really into that, I'm hearing.
How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
Do you know how many assassins have thought the same thing beforehand? Woman. Well, I mean, I guess. Kinda. Go on, better boys. So what is this place?
All that remains of a dead man's greatest wish.
Uh-huh.
A grand memorial, or merely a sorry little tomb. More than Ardnua's precious son are buried here, of course. Many more. It is where the Ardra veins converge, before descending into the hollows of the world.
Well, and for some reason you are sitting around here like a bitch. Yeah, it's nice. This is all what got you all down here in the end. Though it lies now beyond reach. To feel it, now that you're so close. That pull towards transformation. So are you the one they spoke of all this
In a
time?
fashion. Think on it. How many hundreds of souls killed by fawning Zorips, or devoured by trolls. Dashed against sealed doors, dragged screaming into dark pits by spiders. All to see what you have seen.
The slight difference is I was not dragged down here. I actually walked on my own 2 feet down here.
A gate into the past. The history of a fallen people. The haunted treasures of a mad king. The final monument of a distraught father. An old man weeping in the dark.
Well, if you're talking about the spirit of Otnua, we kinda dealt with that nonsense.
And each and every man and woman that falls comes here. To this place. To me.
See, previous point, I have not yet fallen. Neither physically nor mentally, although it's getting a bit close, going by how we are progressing in this journey. I think I'll just go home now. Count my gold, live a long life. It's nice. It's totally ignoring the situation in front of you. Yeah. Well, but no, let's be somewhat heroic here and not just be like, you know what, I'm just going to go home now. Well, I have claimed Katnua. I cannot let you threaten the keep. It's mine. I like it. No, of course not. Tell me, did you stride nobly down the steps of your fine castle, determined to save the day? No, I just want my castle.
I have seen your Katnua.
It's nice, isn't it?
Have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I will tell you all right now, do not insult my poor little castle. I have spent a lot of money on that thing. I was here before the Adrians raised a single stone. I'm older than the steps which lead you here. I'm bound to this sorry memorial. You are no more master of it than you are of me. We shall find out if this is going to work. You're the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave, not now that you have seen this place. So, you said you're around here. You know what power lies within the soul. Everything here, living or dead, knows it. Feeds on it, thrives on it. I fed upon Otnua's slaves while they toiled, and then, once I had grown, upon the Titan, the living veins of the world, to go from a single feeble intelligence to hearing the voices of hundreds. Perhaps that sounds familiar to you. So you are getting a bit insane too, eh? Yeah, kinda nice, isn't it? The statue survives, in part, as do I. We are much changed, the both of us. She raises Ardra-laden wings, raised above you like a second ceiling. Nothing can feed upon the souls of thousands and remains the same. So you feed on the statue then. With the fall of the Engulfians, the statue has come to hold the souls of its time and of the era since Dragon lowers her wings. Consuming it, I've gained what power and knowledge these fleeting lives provide. Every clumsy explorer, every mercenary and adventurer, the souls drift down, and some are caught here, in what remains of Otnua's Titan. Any single soul is but a trifle, of course. Raindrops in the desert. Yeah, but if we have enough of those, then even the desert is gonna start blooming, isn't it? Ooh, I can do something perceptive for once. So, how long can you remain here? That statue will not last you forever. I mean, she's eating it from down below, and as far as I'm aware, physics works in this universe too, so gravity would be a thing, and if the statue is not really well and truly held up by the earth at this point, wouldn't it at some point just come crashing down and crash her? Can we actually do something about this? Nua said that the Engulfians cut the statue off from the Adravines. He was not yet all mad. I've whiled away a year or more, playing part in his visions, but he spoke true. The Titan is only a vessel, and in time it will be empty. The river that fed it once now lies far below, out of reach, safe to the dead. So, what will you do when Yadra is gone? What indeed? Am I to dig my way free? Follow your tracks up and out of this place? There's a rumbling growl underlying the dragon's speech. Already the Titan is not as it once was. I have few centuries. Yet before the remainder has lost its power, and then I will starve. But it hardly helps you here and now. And so you are trapped here. I came into this place as a hatchling. I was yet small, and my wings slight. You will not note that I have grown. King stamps one mighty foot upon the earth, and the ground shakes. But too has the other weighted me down. But I'm not wholly trapped, no. The mind wanders, and like your ciphers, I can cast myself beyond the limits of my bones. Only my reach is far greater than theirs. All that has happened since Otnua's fall I've witnessed firsthand the fall of cities, the death of languages, war, pestilence, the mundane lives of farmers and kings alike. Entire days I've lingered in the low consciousness of people 100 leagues apart. But in time, always, the body calls.
And here I return. The endless tide of treasure hunters. Ardnua's sorrow. I have observed 100 lives upon the surface, and all are dear to me. But the flesh reigns.
Well, there's not much Ardra left. I, like all who walk these paths, will die as well. I'm sorry for a blight, but honestly, I can do nothing. No, you cannot. Nor can I let you leave. Bring word of my presence to the world above. At least we may keep each other company a time. I will save your soul for last. Oh, great.
I'm here.
Nyum. And this is why I have people split up. Okay, first things first. Summoning things seems like a very good idea. That hurt a lot.
Let me try.
And that is putting it very mildly. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, I don't think this is going to work well. Look at this, we're getting annihilated. In the most brutish fashion even. You know, with everybody down apart from one, that is not something we can deal with. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage, and that is putting it mildly. How am I supposed to do this better? I guess I could send one person forward. Try to pull all the others way back. Hope that I can actually pull all the little lads first and foremost. Okay.
I shall.
Hey. Of course.
We've already talked our way through this, so let's see then. But honestly, this is some brutal fighting. That thing does an amount of damage I'm not comfortable with. Yada yada yada.
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world.
I'm not
What a
finished yet.
how fortunate you are to
Not
don't
much
be
to
idle.
answer for. Yeah. Check.
I will see.
Yes.
Can't really do that. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. You can't even stay somewhat close to that thing without getting fucking annihilated by that breath attack or whatever that is. Where is it?
What?
Jesus fucking Christ. That is fucking damage. Jesus. You know, just getting hit by that burst attack is murderous, and that is putting it very mildly. And I need to avoid that, if I want to do this. I'll come back later with better equipment from the White Marches. That too would be an option. I suppose we would have. Let's try it 1 or 2 more times. See what else we can find out about that fucking dragon. Apart from the fact that it's an annoying combat encounter. Question is kinda, how do I turn this thing away from me? That is basically my own question.
Hey,
Because if I could turn it away from me, that would be much appreciated. Because if I stand in front of that thing, I'm getting annihilated. Yeah, there's no doubt about that in any way, shape or form, honestly. Yes,
Here you are, nearly. How fortunate. I will.
Have you finally managed to summon those primordials you were talking about? Finally not. Okay, I don't think this is any time to, you know, save. It was a beam of light that heals allies and burns enemies caught in the ray. Okay. I don't want you to get that fucking close. Okay, that was not what I had hoped this would do. And I misread it, didn't I? The ground of the symbol of Marvin protocol and burn damage to enemies in the area. Yes, please. You use that. Where do we have it? Make use of that. You two try to murder that creature. You use the orb, please. Since you has decided to be an idiot about it. Now, well, my tank has just decided to run away. That is always a great start. I tell you that much. No, do you have anything else useful? Yes, you have. Now then, more tentacles, please. Well then, one of us just went down, but that is not nearly a problem. The effect of actually throwing us down, that is what really gets me going. Not in a good way though. Can I maybe make it fall? That would be much appreciated. Now then, can we summon more primordials? We can. As good a beginning as any, I would say. As good as a beginning as any, indeed.
I'm here.
Hey.
Yes, if this continues, you will soon be dead. Do you have any healing? Any practical healing? Poisonous flowers that frighten weak and deal raw damage over time. It's nice, but do you serve some sort of healing? Return energy into a localized shots of power, regenerating as well as in the area of effecting granting a minor bonus to all defenses. If you could do that, that would be most appreciated. Sworn enemy. Well, and my healer's down. That is actually the one thing I wanted to avoid. But of course. Actually, can my druid revive people? I kinda don't think he can. I will admit one thing, that thing is really annoying to murder. Rot Skull, Garden of Life. That heals me as long as there's a corpse, right? You're not looking to help you, my little friend. And for some reason, apparently did not come up with the great idea of giving you any healing items. Heck, even he has healing items. Can I actually change it while we are in combat? Cannot be changed while in combat. Yeah, of course not. Now then, let's see. Do we have anything? Enemies gaining endurance in the process. The visual values until sleeping memories, previous life. Blah blah blah. Enhance all of his attributes. Okay, enhance yourself. Yeah, buff yourself. That sounds like a somewhat reasonable idea actually at this point in time. Technically speaking, you should be healing now. Can you summon me a few more tentacles, please? Because I kind of feel the need to make use of that. Because we kind of lost quite a few of our people at this point. Okay, he's annoying when he does that, isn't he? I really do mean that. Fucking annoying. Use a ball of fire bouncer from enemy to enemy. That's nice. Plague of insects. Summons enormous infestation. Dealing raw damage over time.
Need to try something else.
Yeah. I'm kinda agreeing on that part.
Curses. What? Mo with
Please don't go around, little one. Stand tall. I mean, he is badly injured, so I have reached something interesting. Got a few more primordials if you can, because we do need the fucking resistance. Assistance. Language. Why must you be such a tough concept? What else do we have? Boiling spray. You can have tactics burn damage and just push back. Summons a Jack Rock to step up from running pierce damage. They really do love the pierce damage, don't they? Much obliged. Can I have multiple of those summons? Because honestly, I would very much like that. Yeah, apparently I cannot. Well, shit. Yeah, that's the definition of not good. That knockdown effect is really what's going to get me. Yeah, I kind of figured so. I mean, we're getting closer, but still, this is such an annoying combat. Then again, the summons really did prove to be rather useful. Even though they do kinda get knocked down too, which is a problem. Yeah, they did a good job. I just wish it would be a bit more tanky. Maybe we can do something about that though. Okay, first things first, you need to have at least some minor healing items. Do I have anything to make you even tougher? Arcane Reflection, I don't think that spells. Flame Shield. Prevent death, I mean that's all nice and dandy, but that's not... Attack speed, endurance, minus... Potion of power, attack speed, max endurance. That's when you have reflection. I mean, that's also nice, but no, it's not really what I'm looking for. Crits. Also, you can kind of turn this how you want, but it's That's all not really what I'm looking for. Well. But I think the basic tactic was not a bad one. Okay, I kinda should have done this a bit smarter. Are we gonna face the same problem as we usually do? Yeah, shut up.
Here you are, nearly at the heart. What of how fortunate. Don't be. I have.
Hate it when I have to do this.
I will.
Okay, you summon me some of those primordials. You summon me a few tentacles. You could actually factually give a bit of a blessing.
I'm blinder than
Okay, for fuck's sake, that's an assload of damage. Out of fucking nowhere. Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, running in there was probably not a good idea. Should have done a little bit better. Yeah, no, this does not feel like it's going to go well, honestly. Let's load this. Difficult. Yeah. Basically, if we can get him to face the other way, that is a good start. Then we only need to watch out for the fact that he can do this fucking hopping nonsense.
Yes?
Then, of course, Adair can get very unlucky and get murdered.
Hey.
In most brutalish fashion. Which, you know, we kind of would probably like very much to avoid. All things considered. So if I have to get my healer inside that close, that's probably not a good idea. Yada yada yada.
Here you are. What how
Yes, it's very, very dragon of you. No, go die. Oh, for fuck's sake. Please tell me that you're almost finished up here.
Yes?
That didn't work. Need to try something else.
That doesn't really help me much. Okay, there. Could you please not run away? That's very bad timing to remember suddenly that you're a coward. Also, please don't attack your priest. That one goes down, we'll have a bit of a problem. Yes, we shall have now a bit of a problem. Cause fucking it there has decided to be a bitch about it. Oh, fucking great. Pain in the ass once that happens. I think the basic idea is not bad. The execution lags, however, quite a bit. Yet. Then again, basically a few lucky rolls would make this a lot more bearable.
Indeed.
Hey.
Well, I think you're the only one who can actually live with this.
All right then.
You know, if I really would have appreciated if I wouldn't have to go through the same bloody conversation all the bloody times. That is something I would very much appreciate.
Here you are. What how fortunate you are. I will.
Yes, Dragon. I know. You think yourself so much, and I think you're so little. Now, honestly, the only two that are really useful to have down would be the ones to actually being able to summon creatures.
Need something?
Okay, if you could manage to not die. You know, that would be very much appreciated.
How may I help?
Can you do it from the distance? No, of course, fucking not. Ah, distance, people. Oh, we could say proper pacing, but...
Okay.
Let's see here. He is scared again, isn't he? Oh, for fuck's sake. That guy just really loves getting scared all the bloody time. Then he wonders why I'm sitting here like, yes, it's not a good idea, you idiot. Are you kidding me? Has my tank just decided to die? It's actually a better variant than that. resurrection. Yes, there is. Oh, fucking stop it. What your place for a second. Great. That's still not what I wanted to see. Kinda wanna get back up and start enhancing my equipment a bit more and other such nonsense, but it does seem doable, you know? That's kind of what's annoying me the most right now. Seems like we could win this.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Okay, maybe. If I send you some reinforcements. They're probably not gonna be good reinforcements though. Let's make it
I'm
like
here.
this.
Hey.
The main problem is also you can't really foresee how this is going to go. Yes, yes, I know, Dragon. Yes, yes, I know, Dragon. Nobody cares about you. We have had this conversation quite a few times at this point, and quite a while ago we started.
Here you are.
Yes.
How fortunate you
Shut
are.
fucking up,
I
beast.
will
Truly a beast of burden, isn't she? Bit on the annoying side.
Arthur, where the...
Oh, for fuck's sake, he's of course immediately turning against us. That's great. When your own tank is deciding to be the greatest threat, basically. And you know this is going to be a fun time. Actually, can I run away? Don't even want to fight this combat anymore. Have you decided to come back to us? Oh, great. Gracious you. Fuck's sake.
Of course.
Jiminy just likes to be a fucking asshole. And that is putting it very nicely, if you ask me.
Just like an adherent. Don't even
Well. Works basically as charming as it did before. Nope. Let's not waste my time. Yeah, I think one more try can't hurt. Maybe it's actually more prudent to pull the enemy up and have him... maybe. Let's actually try it the other way around, basically.
Hey.
Basically, we go like this.
Hmm?
Hey.
Okay, he really gets triggered.
There you
Steph, he's
are.
up here.
How
Yes.
fortunate you I will
Shut up, Dragon. Nobody likes you. You're a giant pussy. Now then, can we actually do something nice about this? Technically speaking, yes, we can. Tentacle Man. Problem with Tentacle Man is if I bring him close, he's going to get hurt. You're getting danger close there, my friend. That's not good. Oh, for fuck's sake, bows. That one attack is the most annoying thing to ever have been created.
Yes.
I think this is actually working rather well. Apart from the fact that my healer is down, which is gonna be a major pain in the ass. I mean, I can revive pretty much everything else. Give me a few more primordials. Oh boy.
Yes.
Blinder than a poor pot's bat.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, that's not really a good idea.
Beyond sea.
Ouch. I can only say ouch. That is definition of ouch. Very much ouch. Very much pain. I think the main problem is now going to be the damage output.
Wish I could have done something. Get up, Towhead! You've been through worse!
Yeah. Yeah, that is the one attack that is really screwing with me.
Can't take much more of this!
Yeah, of course you can't. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. I might want to come back to this another time, because honestly this is getting a bit annoying. Also, I haven't really found a good way to doing it with this tactic. Trying to go down seems to be the better way, because we can get rid of a lot of the ads.
Hey.
The ring gets triggered a lot faster once we are up here.
What?
Right here.
How may I help?
That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah? Hey.
Yes, I know. You are very, very dramatically going to walk over here. I know. I've seen this shit. Oops. Oh, Kitty's awake. Hello, Kitty.
Here you are, nearly. What? How
Yeah,
fortunate.
yeah,
I
yep, 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 yep,
I
yep,
will
yep, yep, yep. Very, very, very much important what you're saying. Out of that nonsense, and I don't care. Is he down? No, he was just scared for a second. Now then, let's not try and be conservative here. Let's go for outright murderous nonsense immediately. To the point of absolute overkill if necessary. Why the fuck would you come down here? Ah, for fuck's sake. Yes, of course, great. This is gonna turn into great fun, isn't it? Yeah. Fun for the whole family, basically. Yeah, I don't like how this is going. And it feels like we might want to do something else for a while. Is there anything else I can do? Reasonably speaking. I mean, I don't have my scrolls. Okay, why would you not go inside there? Oh, because we can only put 5 in there. Okay.
Hey,
I think it definitively needs
need
help.
something?
I'm here.
If he doesn't get any help, he gets murdergated.
What?
Most definitively.
How may I help?
Uh-huh.
Hey. Of course.
Okay, in this case, let us actually split this up then. Painful.
Here you are, nearly at the. What? How fortunate.
Yes, how fortunate
I
indeed.
will.
How fortunate that you are a creature of annoyance beyond belief. Examine me the primordials. Why are you there? Why do you always decide to be a bitch? That's Steve King, where it's like, yeah, sure, let me be a fucking bitch about every bloody thing. It's totally going to work. In our favor. Bitch. Put your plate, actually drink when I'm telling you to fucking drink, you mongoloid.
Hey, I'm stuck over here.
Isn't it lovely when people decide on their own to be idiots about it? Hey there. Would you please do something, you absolute fucking idiot?
Aztec worth and rough!
You know, this is getting tiresome, and that is putting it mildly. We shall engage in something else for our entertainment, because this is not how I'm planning to spend any more time. I can come back at a later date and do this a bit more nicely. A bit of a revenge arc in the future, I can already foresee.
Indeed.
Climb up. Now then, where is the next monster staircase? Not here, I suppose. Actually, what is left apart from this part? I guess technically speaking, only really the White Marches, the second part is left. I mean, I guess that is a good start. Can get us some nice equipment and stuff. This was might finally be time to actually start upgrading my equipment with the things. The crafting system, for once. That might actually be a good idea. Let me see here, what else do we have? Can go back to the Visrak and give them that stuff. We could try to slay another dragon, right, I remember. On which level were the Visrak? I think it's just 1 or 2 levels, so actually let's go up the normal way, basically. Yeah, let's do this. We go up now the normal way, then we're gonna talk with the Visrak, see if it's worth it. Basically save, get the reward, look if it's worth it, otherwise slay them. Then we go up, then we go to the White Marches and try to look at another dragon that is not, hopefully, as annoying. Although there cannot be any promises made. Then... what then? We could try with the upgrading armor and things stuff. That would probably be not a bad idea, generally speaking. More damage output and more armor value would probably go a long way to make this a lot more bearable. Or we could start with the second part of the White Marches and see if we cannot get our hands onto some even better equipment that would make this even more worthwhile to upgrade. That doesn't really sound like a bad idea now, does it? It lives, and it thinks of dust and old souls. Does it have tiara? I found all the samples. I'll take them back to your leader now. Nay, lingerer, steps forward. Claws outside. Give us what tragic demands. This is not for an outsider. Crawling worm among giants. Give it here. Your leader will know you're lying. Just try to care for such things. All that matters is really no rest. For people, I bring him our future. I will lay my crimes beside, and they will seem small. I will go home at last. The trespasser has no future. Is that how you want to fight me? Sure, we can go for that. Sounds interesting. To be fair, that was not what I was hoping for. Everybody is fucking out of the run already.
Yes?
Great start. Okay, great start to a combat encounter. Now then, my patience is running rather thin with you people.
Hey,
For that alone you shall die. Finish it, worm. You won't get away so easily. I'm taking you back to Katnua. You're my prisoner now. Suffer. Because you deserve that. It has once again decided to turn against us. What an idiot. The absolute louse going against me again.
That's rust. Uh-huh.
Ah, well. That was close. But that does not bode well for my future business relationship with them. I don't like people that betray me. Could you stop?
Taking the wrong side.
No, you are taking the wrong side, you mongoloid.
I'm here.
It's like the whole combat encounter, he's shooting us, then he's like, why are you attacking me? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know why I would attack you. Anyone would come up with the idea to attack you. Bloody mongoloid. Now then, I feel like murdering some other brain creatures, because, well, I don't like getting attacked. Especially not after that fucking nonsense down there. That is not really doing wonders for my patience, let's just say. The problem is, and I can foresee this, if I'm going to go into combat with this, they are going to use all of this nonsense, and I'm going to go down.
hey.
I'm here.
Right here.
Need something?
I'm here.
Jarek greets you, human animal. Has it been below? There's what we seek. The scouts attacked me to back. Is that how Visrock thanked those who helped them? Feel a fading echo of loss running through your mind. Rexis is sorry for what Castoric does. It's protecting Nest many years from many things. I suppose human is not being harmed. Jerky hopes. I'll return shortly. So how can I get you to attack? Apparently I can only give them the items. Investigate over great depth. With these we study, learn master secrets. We make statues greater than old, dead master of hollow place. Will gleam like the sea. He's having coins, custom, yes. We'll have coins of many ages. We'll give many. He thinks a moment. Human animal goes still into the deep places. Should talk to Krivy. Krivy has supplies. Will help. Giving this also. Found in tunnels that does not shoot with rock. Keep human safe, yes. Will bring fortune. It's all again. I'll be on my way then. I mean, he kind of kept his word then. Start of something. New turn of the wheel. Turns toward the nest lining wall. Young will live in better place. Well.
Indeed.
For some reason, I'm not feeling too confident that this is a good idea. And that is putting it mildly. Your said you had some supplies to sell. Yes, Jarek is saying you help us. Kirby is collecting supplies. Edward Chong can see. And you have a lot of exceptional stuff. Scourge, Sapphire, diamonds. I'll help myself for all of that, and I'm also running out of imping supplies. That's a bit of a problem too. Well then, let's climb up the last few stairs and get out of this nonsense, because, well, that was a pain in the ass. What else is actually left? Some of the wild capture the rare birds. Siege of Crackhold, bird of memory, better half, nest above the float. I guess starting a bit of more nonsense in the White Marches doesn't really sound like a bad idea. Well, it's also going to look a bit different than this, so probably going to be good on the eyes too. I would enjoy that very much. Load a bit faster, please. Where's the next monster staircase? There it is. Let us make use of that and run away, most heroically. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, if it takes 5 hours to walk all the way up again, that's it's a long march, I'd say. Very long march. Yes, don't read the fucking memorials. Takes a long time, it doesn't give you anything.
I must.
Yes, yes. You're impressed. Nice. Come on, people. Don't stand around. Move it. Actually, that reminds me, we now have another prisoner. That's good. Oh, right, if you go to the right mountains, we kind of have to change people around again, because we need to have the... This one, I think, Sahur actually has a quest. Don't remember. Jesus Christ, it's been too long. You know, I did your quest already, so that's out. But yeah, take my usual people for the moment. But I think the dragon is actually at the Longwatch Falls, if memory serves. The party is considered high level for the content in the White March Part 2. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. Rewards you will receive will be the same regardless. Choice cannot be changed once it's been selected. I like myself just done that way. Because if I'm overleveled, then I deserve having a bit of a fun time. For once. I mean, come on. We have to feel good about ourselves, at least for a while. Otherwise, where's the fun in it? Is it really a good choice to go from one dragon to another dragon? Oh boy. This is just going to end up with me feeling horrible again. Maybe, potentially, yes. Ah, yeah, I remember when we were up into those dwarven ruins and got that nice little S-stock, which then cursed itself into my hand and did not leave. I remember that. Fun times. Very fun times. I guess before we go in there, we should probably heal up. Don't think we're otherwise gonna have a good time. Then we're gonna go all the way over to the good old-fashioned little village in the snow and see what they have to say about all of this nonsense. Including the fact that there's apparently an army on the march, at least if we believe our visions. Ah, now I need to remember how this encounter went. Right, the dragon has a few things and it's going to summon some other things from behind us somewhere, I remember that much. Somewhere around here, I think, is where it's summoning stuff from, so you kinda have to, you're kinda going to end up with a bit of a
Right here.
pickle.
I'm here.
Hey,
The dragon turns his head, yeah.
Now,
You're
I
will.
can still peel the flesh from your bones.
Yes, I show you believe. So, you're barely staying on your feet. I think you're too weak to fight me.
Careful. I killed the last one.
Die, dragon. Kinda wanted precisely to avoid that, honestly, and of course we're running straight in. Now then, summoning a few primordials. And here's it. Now, this is the sort of encounter that is really, really not nice. Because summoning enemies from behind is such a bitch move. Okay, how close do you need to be to... Ah, shit, you need to be so bloody fucking close. Okay, this Dragon 2 does know how to fight. I give him that much. This game's honesty, positioning is probably most of my problem here. Also mostly because I'm getting attacked from very, very, very unhappy angles.
Indeed.
Hey,
I'm here. Hmm?
hey.
Yeah?
Not bad. Sec, just one fucking time too slow. Again, just a little bit too slow. Did you really just... for fuck's sake. It's not really going to go well, I would say. Especially if you are stupid enough to let yourself actually get caught by anything like this. Then things will really have a tendency to not go well. Well, that went better, but still not really what we want to see. That Alpine Dragon 2 is kind of an annoyance. I'll give him that much. More so the ads, though. Respawning with those little fucking creatures, that is what really annoys the living shit out of me. Maybe it's actually not a good idea, a bad idea to actually have Ibarus down here.
Yeah?
So he can use his nonsense.
Hey.
Hmm? Right here. Uh-huh.
What?
Hey.
Leave.
I probably should have started casting that a bit earlier. Because now we are going to get into the same bloody fucking problem as before. That kind of hope to avoid. Yeah. Yeah, those ice sprites pain in the ass. Honestly, we just are not capable of thinning out the area fast enough. Maybe if I stay close there. No, staying at the beginning of the cave. It's probably a good idea to start casting Hivaru's spell immediately, because that is going to be very, very, very well. Truly good.
I shall.
Yeah?
Have you gotten your spell off? Because it doesn't seem like he has gotten a spell off, and that is kind of annoying the shit out of me right now. Come on, I immediately ordered him to cast the fucking spell, and he's not fucking casting the fucking spell. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Do it, please. Cast your spell. Make use of it.
I shall.
Yeah.
Arthur! Were them wrong!
I'm here. Yep.
Understood. Understood.
And now this nonsense is going to start again. Let's hope that we got maybe avoided. Like this. No.
Hey. Hey.
Okay, what the fuck just happened? Swear to God, we just got a massive ass load of damage out of nowhere. Where did this come from? I wonder.
Hey.
Is that actually going to serve any purpose if I revive you? Okay, we can't apparently keep all of the things going. Kinda makes this into a bit of a problematic situation. I mean, we can, but is that going to solve any problems? A for fail, failure. What else do we have? That does hurt. And I don't think I have anything else healing-wise. Would that actually work? I wonder. No, I don't think so. I think we don't really have much of a choice here. Yeah, dragons are a pain in the ass. I think I would actually have to deal with those nonsense creatures even later. Well, 2 dragons that I know of that are pain in the ass. Well, alas, we can't really do much about that now, can we? Not for the moment, at least. We need better equipment. Maybe getting another level up or 2 would also be helpful, but I think that is reasonably secondary for the moment. Equipment is bad, that. Because we're not surviving long enough. So then, we shall go back to the nice little village and prepare to go on an adventure up here. Yeah. Ice cold north. And to collect ourselves a few new tidbits. Equipment. Come on, little people. Come on. Back to my little fortress. Yes, no place like home after all. Home sweet home. Home sweet home indeed. Also, the way it's limiting my summons, that is really fucking annoying.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
Yeah, no DNC. Well, I guess we can go and do that. Can I actually get into the chapel? I mean, I kind of rebuilt it. Yeah. Running from one loading screen into the next loading screen. That's always nice. Hey, Priesty. That's a lot of things, just not what I need. Honestly, not even close. Yeah, pain in the ass. Well, I mean, dragons are supposed to be pain in the ass. If they weren't, that would be kind of strange. Just 2 dragons though. Everything else has fallen behind. Shut up, I know you're all very much happy about what I did here, but you have said so already. I know, I'm good.
Welcome. Greetings.
You know, game, I really love when you do that. Game suddenly like, I have decided that you shall exit this menu. You shall not click it fast, because that is not what I want you to do. And I'm sitting here like, pain, please let click fast. It's like, no, not click fast, otherwise exit. Ugh.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
Well, too late for that. I've declared my independence. This is now my own colony. Fuck you. Just because you mentioned that all the time. This is what you get from that, Durant. You pain in the ass. Hey, actually, this time I remembered your name. Rarely does that happen.
Good day, stranger.
A great many things, but I'm most definitively not a stranger in my own fucking castle. If you don't know me and you're setting a shop up in my castle, I might have to throw you, you know, down below. Where all the nice people are. The rebel, scum, brain-eating monstrosity.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. Very much so. Found a few creatures that are at least a bit bigger than us, still. Well, one case through the sheer amount of annoying ads they have and their potential strength, plus the other one being just as strong as Paul.
Greetings.
Well, great many things, but nothing for me. Actually, before we go inside and deal with that nonsense thing, let's actually see if we can get some more bounties going. Those are kind of nice.
Last thing
The deer would need is a rambling priest going like wah 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 Mark run. Wah 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 wah. Come on, my people. Come on. Do 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 do. Come on, load please.
Good day to you.
Well, no new bounties. That is kind of saddening. Well, what can you do? We have tried our best. We have helped, but it is just how it is. Okay, then let's deal with that nice little visitor. Okay, I might go to the inn before we do this. Actually, isn't there something like... Yeah, there's a fast boat, isn't it? It is. Just gonna make this trip a bit easier to swallow. Seriously, this castle area has far too many loading screens. That is just bloody fucking annoying. No wonder you can rest outside. Imagine how much annoying it would be to go inside every time. Royal pain in the ass, isn't it? So there doesn't really seem to be anything inside here. It's kind of saddening. As far as I'm aware, there's also nothing up there. Yep. But I mean, my personal quarters, nice and dandy. Like, way I can sleep. Yeah, but I could have done that outside, couldn't I have? Well, now we remember how it looks inside here. I suppose that's worth something. Now then.
Last thing the Deerwood needs. Foreign colony.
Yes, and Rambling Priests. Have I already mentioned Rambling Priests? No? Time to mention them again. Doop, 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 doop. I mean, okay, why is there all the way? I can't go there, okay, but what is the purpose of that? What am I getting from that? Is there a reason to go into the library? Game. Okay, so I can plunder a lot of assholish books from here. That is such a pain in the ass to do. Oh boy. This is far more punishing than anything else. Honestly, I'm fading going down into the fucking endless boss again and try my luck at fighting that dragon again because this is just painful. You will literally feel my poor little finger clicking and clicking and clicking and getting a lot of annoyance out of that. Also, really my wrist. Jesus fucking Christ. Now that I've that out of the way, I will never ever enter the library again. Even if it might restock at some point, I will not go in there again because that is just pain in the ass. Material. Wow, who the fuck came up with that? I swear to God. I would murder that person. Yes, that's a very good idea. That sounds absolutely reasonable. Does it not?
Hail, traveler.
Hail, traveler. Yes, it is I, traveler. Because of course I'm a traveler in my own fucking bloody castle, you mongoloid. Okay, I don't know what that was, but there was an ass lot of king items in there. I don't even know where they come from, but I guess they are the quest rewards and stuff that my companions get when they're on their missions or something. Well, I've most definitively played too little with this game. Yeah, to remember that. Yeah, I think if we get a few more levels, maybe we'll actually, before we go up and try and at the White Marches again, what we could try is the Siege of Crackhold. And I avoided it because, well, fighting a... Yes, you could use my assistance. I'm great at research in the field of animancy. Could use some assistance. Very well. Let us at least hear your story before we judge you harshly. I'm looking into the bivouac problem. That is forces that can unhouse souls from the vessels. I'm trying to develop some kind of defense to protect people against these forces. The trouble is, investigating what unhouses souls in the first place requires, well, souls. I'm able to arrange any test subjects. I need your help. We've lost so many people to this bivouacs already. Imagine if we could prevent such things from ever happening again. Perhaps you could use something other than kills for these tests. Yeah, you try using alternative objects if you have any suggestions. They're vessels out of a heritage shield. I'm sure the people of Defiant Bay would appreciate you thinning them out a little. Yes, but docking yourself can be dangerous. Well, here, take some money. Not some muscle gonna help you. Certainly will, thank you. I'll put the money to good use. With a good team, I'm sure we can gather a few subjects. The cure can't be far away. Don't know about that, but sure. Doop-de-doop, let's look at the dungeon. Come on. Load, please. Hello, jailer. My lady, stand out and matter. That creature you captured, Castoric, she's been causing some trouble. What would you like me to do about it? Show her what happens when you cross the Lady of Katnua. Very well, my lady. How severe did you mean for the punishment to be? A lob of a couple of fingers. Well, if you're sure. I would like taking off pieces. A real lady of the keep you are. Just as much a tyrant as the enduring fox. Be careful what you're telling. Never should have trusted you. Now what about you, eh? You wanna be a bitch? No? Well, this leads down to the... well, basically the beginning again of the dungeons of... yeah, the Endless Pass again. Let's not go down there again. Not for the moment at least. I would much rather not go down there and get annoyed. Like all hell. That kinda seems like not a good way to spend my time. Whoop. Doop 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 boop. Now then. Getting started on Last Furious, collecting the last bit of equipment, getting shit done, basically.
Greetings.
Instructions for me, what do you want to do? Ready was the master here. I want them all flogged regularly. As you wish, my lady. The man enjoys his work. Well, you kind of have to in that sort of occupation, I suppose. Otherwise, you're not gonna last. Well, just a bit of cruelty, you know. A bit of cruelty here, a bit of cruelty there. Doop 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 doop. Too many fucking loading screens in my little castle. That is...
say,
oh. Yes, I know, you're impressed. As am I. You're consistent. He's got consistency in trying to tell me that you're impressed. That impresses me the most. Oh, then let's sort out the nonsense and... well, for the moment, I'm somewhat happy with the equipment we have already. There's a few more things now, a few more pieces that we can look through, but honestly we should have more than enough for the start of the White Marches Part 2. I also considered high level for that, so that's probably going to be good. For the beginning at least. Should make it a lot easier to get started. Without, you know, getting annoyed. But yeah, I mean, wasn't much in the way of progress. We kind of finished most of the Endless Pass. There's not really much left apart from finishing it. Then yeah, I think the Siege of Crackhold or the Forgotten Army, at least the start of that, are kind of where it's gonna be at next time. And as you can probably foretell from this alone, for the moment I will have to bid you adieu. Have a good one and all that, and well, yeah, thanks as usual for dropping by. It is always appreciated. Oh, it's nice to have people around. And I shall be back tomorrow, precisely. I'm not completely sure just how. Maybe it's another double stream like today, but can't really make any promises. I'm kind of working a bit extra hard because it kind of looks like, well, I could maybe potentially get my first vacation in like 4 years, and if we have a few days, you know, in a row where we have free time, hell, we might actually play some real long sessions for once. Kinda would enjoy that. Wouldn't you, peoples? I at least would enjoy it, but that's kind of important, honestly. But yeah, since for once I actually don't have to be in the store on a Saturday, but instead I actually have to do some of the shopping for the store, it's kind of hard to foresee just when exactly I'm going to be finished, while I usually can, you know, do that a bit more precisely, but yeah, just keep your eye out, and somewhere tomorrow you will probably see me popping on. If you so desire to come back, that is. Don't forget, it is a free fucking country, I hope, that you live in, and the choice is yours. Bloody hell, is that a nice thing, isn't it, to have choice? But yeah, this was interesting. Progress-wise, we did finish the Endless Pass mostly. That dragon, however, pain in the ass. I still kind of think that I could win this if I were more focused or would spend more time actually looking into better strategies, but pain in the ass. I will either do it or I will not do it in my way, and that's more important than anything else, doing it my way. But alas. Well, yeah, still 2 dragons that I need to murder, and we will murder them, don't worry, I will not finish this game without murdering those 2 dragons, if it's the fucking last thing I do. That means we have to do another 10 episodes just trying that, so be it. I'm willing to take that sacrifice. But yeah, it's kind of nice actually, because you see, no matter how you look at it, the dragons should be the top of the food chain. They should be the strongest, toughest motherfuckers under the lands. And the fact that they give me that much trouble kind of represents that rather nicely. I mean, we're like, what, level 15? So we are, you know, we're not little weaklings anymore. We are tough. We have murdered a lot of people and a lot of creatures along the way, including worms and wyverns and spirit things and a lot of other nonsense. No problem whatsoever. The fact that they gave me so much trouble is actually kind of refreshing. For once. So while it is annoying, you know, when you have to redo the same bloody conversation over and over again to get to the fight, it does kind of, you know, it gives you a goal to work towards. Which is good. Honestly, design-wise, I do like it. Question is, how it's going to be... I kind of want to look up now what's the max level, actually. If this is like standard D&D, then it should be 20, which would make me pretty damn godlike at this point. But yeah, kind of interesting to see how this is going to go. I mean, we still have some areas with the white marches then ahead of it that we can use to leveling up, and then, well, I guess then we're kind of running out of things to do. I don't really want to, you know, take the jump of that thing without having... I mean, we can do the meeting with the gods before, I guess, getting their blessings and stuff. But we are getting close to the end of this game, and we're taking leaps and bounds there. So we should enjoy what we have left. But the good thing is, and the good news is that Fridays will probably remain Pillar Friday for quite a long while, because there's actually a second one, which I also only played once, so basically I will start with the same not really knowledgeable point of view that I have here, which makes it more enjoyable for me, because, you know, there are still a lot of things I have not discovered. And also more interesting for you, because I will act like an idiot and you can laugh at my expense. You know, a fair deal, I'd say. Yeah, all a good cheer. As it's supposed to be. But yeah, for the moment, bye bye it shall be. And yeah, Kitty needs something to eat.